Yo, what up,
Gonna talk about
friends?
a couple NBA stories here. First off, the biggest story right now: Morant out for the rest of the season. First of all, he had a 25 game suspension. He came back from that. One player of the week because he was balling, and now he has a torn labrum, out for the season. This really hurts any chances Memphis thought they had. Clubber D, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna answer that question real quick. The bottom one, uh, right before the Derrick Henry. I would say it would have to be one of those veteran friendly deals where, hey, you want to win a championship? Come play with us, take less money, because he's long in the tooth, and it's gonna be one of those things where do you demand more money for the last 3 years of your career, or do you want to win a chip? You can get a lot of money and play for somebody like you know, I don't know, Saints of Carolina or somewhere, or you can take less money and try to win a chip. So it'd be one of those things for Derrick Henry. But I mean, if he wants to win, Dallas is right there. You know what I'm saying? They'll league minimum little or something incentive based. They can make it work. Jerry got deep pockets. He owe me $5. But John Morant, it's one of those things, do I miss you? Do I Jerry owe me $5. We were at McDonald's. He needs some money. I'd help him out. But John Morant, if you were never here, do we miss you? I mean, he wasn't here that long, anyways. And their season, I believe they're trash right now, right? They're not doing well. So,
I mean, they were 9 games below 500 before he came back. So
yeah,
he sparked them a little bit, but
he sparked a little bit. But they're a step above my sons. They're a step below my sons. They're
right.
Just take the year off, better yourself, come back with no issues, no court cases, nothing holding you down. Prove yourself off the court that you're a better person, a better human. This way, next year there's no issues. There's nobody can say anything negative against you. You know what I'm saying? Your play on the court will basically show everybody who you are. So I mean, it's bittersweet for him getting hurt. I hate to see athletes get hurt, but I think for him, he might need this year off to kind of better himself and leave all this off the field nonsense behind him.
I completely agree with you. I think it sucks that he got hurt, but honestly, he needed a washed year just to help him get back into form so he could come back and be the star that we all want him to be. We want Ja to be successful. The people in the media that talk about this and that talk about how he needs to get his act together, things like that, they aren't saying that out of maliciousness, at least not most of them. Obviously, there's some bad actors. Most people are saying that because we want to see Ja play, because he's such a spectacular talent that we miss it when he's not on the court. And so for him to be on the court is definitely better for him and for everybody else involved, including the fans.
That's true. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I hate seeing young athletes like this. It's not like a Draymond Green. You just keep messing up because you're a knucklehead. He just can't get it together, hang around the wrong people off the court. I don't care about his upbringings, if he had both his parents, they were good peoples or not. It's the influence you keep around you, and hopefully he's learned his lessons. He's not going to get into this nonsense and come back, come focused and take the risk next level next year. But this year, it is what it is.
I don't think even if they beat the Mavs, that's going to mean much. The Mavs are they started off the season hot. They've kind of plateaued since then. I don't think that Doncic and Irving pairing is working as best as they thought it would. I've seen videos of Doncic looking off Irving and Irving getting pissed. So, we'll see what happens there. I don't think the Grizzlies have a good team other than, Morant and Smart. And with you have Valanciunas has been hurt. Steven Adams hurt. So there's not really much you can do there. I think their season is over. And yeah, Flo, I think we agree.
I agree. Yeah, they'll be fishing with the Suns if we don't get our act together.
By the way, this was Flo's top 4. He actually had Dak number 4, which I am surprised by.
That's shocker. He had arthritis typing that. He was like, oh no, I know he put Dak 4th. I know he was mad. There ain't no way.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about the other day. I was thinking how how whenever somebody brings up a quarterback, like Flo will be like, well, Dak did. Man, you could tell Flo that like the walrus is the fastest like land mammal, and he'd be like, well, Dak didn't have 14 interceptions. Like, those things don't have anything to do with each other. What are you talking about, sir?
Josh Allen drives a Rolls Royce. Well, Dak had a Hyundai the other day, and he drove that to court. No one cares.
Right. I agree with you, Jen Will. If you're, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly.
GB.
Yeah, GB. It's 2024, and if you got Bismack Biyombo in your rotation, you got
Whew,
a
trust me.
big problem.
We had him last year. That guy couldn't make a free throw. He was oof. Yeah, he's a good defender. You give him the ball, he turns into the next Brendan Haywood. Big pitiful. Don't give him the ball on offense.
Big
Just
pitiful. Now
big pitiful.
I love how you I mean, you must have been reading my mind how you segued to Draymond Green, because that was my next topic. Draymond Green is set to come off of his 12-game suspension. It was supposed to be indefinite. He actually talked about possibly retiring, but apparently Adam Silver told him not to do that because it would just make the situation worse. He is set to come back this week. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Draymond is a grown man. He's over 30, right? So he knows right from wrong. Okay. If you can't get that through your mind, what you shouldn't do on the court, don't play anymore. I don't want to hear this. Oh, I might retire. Don't act like they're people are against you.
Right.
You're doing it to yourself.
Right.
You're the one, and you're doing these cheap shots on dudes that ain't going to do nothing back to you. Do that to somebody else, you know? So don't act like, I was thinking about retire. They retire, you know? It'd be less dirty players in the league. I mean,
right.
I don't want to, like the old saying, I say it a million times, everywhere you go, there you are. Until you change yourself, it don't matter what he does. He's going to be, you know, a knucklehead, you know? So come back, play the game or jump into MMA. You know, you tried football at Michigan State and you were trash. We saw the highlights in practice. So if you want to be a basketball player, be a basketball player. You know, at least when Rodman did this stuff, it wasn't over the top like this, and he was suspended for multiple games. You know, Rodman would get under your skin, but he's not going to like fake punch. Well, you know, actually he did that a couple times. But you know, he's a poor man's Rodman, and at least Rodman owned up to being what he was. Draymond is still in denial, thinking about, I might retire, I might do this. Well, then go. Stop acting like that. Where's your accountability? You're a grown man. You got kids, don't you? Come on. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Draymond has brought this all upon himself with his the way that he plays on the court, the way that he acts when he, you know, hits other people, wrestles people, do things like that. Yeah, GB, I agree. He should go into pro wrestling. He'd be perfect for it. He's definitely that heel type wrestler. Yeah, exactly. Right. I can definitely see him in AEW fighting MJF. But yeah, no, I think that Draymond, again, just like Morant, maybe needed more time off, right? Is this 12 games really going to do anything? He had an interview earlier. In that same interview, we was talking about retiring. He said, I'm a leopard. I'm not going to change my spots now. You ain't going to have me change my style now. So he's freely admitting that he's going to come back and continue to play the way that he always has. So why do we think that this is going to change or that this is not going to happen again?
You are not Steph Curry. The NBA was before you were born. The NBA will be here long after you, okay? You are a small drop in a giant ocean of the NBA. Yep. They don't care about you, okay? This isn't National Basketball Draymond. This is National Basketball Association, I believe. So don't change, and then just get lifetime ban and see you in the Philippines with Dwight Howard. Okay, that's right. Like what? They're not like. Who do you think you are? Like no one's gonna. I don't want to change. All right, bye. See you. And next, so it's like who do you
about to be shipped off to the Guangdong Tigers?
Yeah, the audacity of this guy. You know, I'm not gonna change. Well, we'll take your tired ass up somewhere else. Shoot, like I'll see you playing for the Fredericksburg Grizzlies. You know, that is a
Fredericksburg Grizzlies.
You know, like take that to the G League. Take that somewhere else. If you don't want to change, if you don't want to go by our rules, see you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
You got your rings.
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a StreamYard issue today. I really do. I think it's a StreamYard issue with the delay. Sorry, everybody, if you're having delays with the comments coming through. We do apologize. It's not us. It's just the system. But sometimes it's like that on YouTube, the live streaming, you get delays. So we do apologize for that.
Like Flo posted the other day, you know, we got one of the hottest new channels, you know, the traffic coming in. It is what it is. We apologize. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to everybody, you know, making this thing a fine oral machine. You know what I'm saying? You guys, 1,500 members, growing and growing. You know, I remember back when I hopped on with you guys, it was like 1,200. That was not too long ago. So this is phenomenal.
That's right.
Phenomenal, I tell you.
And so
shout
Flo
out to the team.
Says that, and we appreciate everybody that's following us. Go ahead and subscribe at The Bottom Line Sports. The Bottom Line Sports. Draymond is just in the wrong era. He would fit more in the early 80s, early 90s. I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah. But my caveat to that, and That's pretty funny, GB, about him being suspended from a G League. But I put it like this: even though if he was in that era, would he act tough with a Moses Malone? Would he get tough with a Rick Mahorn? Would he get tough with a Bill Laimbeer?
No.
Would he get tough with a Charles Barkley? I don't think so. He's gonna look for Detlef Shrimp or somebody. Somebody like that to do that against Judd Bushler, Steve Kerr, in the 90s. I don't think he's going to act tough against all these people. So he's one of those bullies that bully the lesser guys that aren't going to really do anything back to him. That's my opinion on him, because he doesn't really get bold like that with certain people.
Yeah, he definitely picks and chooses his battles. People who are not going to fight back. Imagine being slender. That's a great comment.
Do that to Anthony Mason. See what happens.
He would toss into the crowd, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alonzo Mourning. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Alonzo Mourning would definitely suplex him over the top ropes. So that would definitely be what happens. Now this question though, they ask, is he going to be as sharp as before? I mean, does it really matter? Does it really matter? It's not like Draymond Green is a sharpshooter. It's not like he's just out there to be an enforcer, to be a rebounder. I don't think it really.
He's a tone setter. He's a tone setter. He brings balance to them as far as the physicality that they do need. They need somebody to get the rebounds. They need somebody to let you can't just come into the lane. That aspect of his game I do love, because I'm an old school basketball player with Charles Barkley being my favorite player of all time. And I'm rocking the Allen Iverson, the answer shirt. Let y'all know Virginia stand up. But he is needed on that team. I can't see him going anywhere else with that type of high-powered offense where they can hide his offensive struggles. So, yes, they do kind of need him, but obviously they can keep on moving without him. You know what I mean? So, I think they're going to either pay him or pay Clay. Weren't they coming up? One of them contracts are coming up pretty soon. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, Klay Thompson's contract is coming up.
Okay.
And there's talks of possibly, I don't see how they wouldn't, right? You just re-upped Draymond. Like, you got to keep those three together. I mean, we can't do anything otherwise, right?
That's true. I mean, I would take his contract up out of there. And, if they're talking about trading, what's the brother's name? Kamiba? I don't know where his name is. They're talking about trading him.
Jonathan Kuminga.
There you go. So,
and
they're a mess.
As well. So.
Yeah, he got a lot of off the field drama. I heard about him with the baby mama and the kid not being his and whatnot like that. So it's, that's rough what he's dealing with. But it is one of those things.
The bottom line is, sooner Kerr moves with this restart, the better. Gone are the days of Wiggins, Clay, and Looney and Draymond. Yeah. Nope.